Hey guys, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. In today's video, I want to give you guys a day 5 update for the new free-to-play account, but we're also going to go through all the active codes. Whenever I start a new account, I'm really keen to get every code every day that I can, so I've compiled a list of every active code that I know of in the game. I'm going to go through that in this one. This is going to be for the start of December. Now, if I have missed any and you guys know any active ones, please let me know. I have tested these across dummy accounts to see if they work, so all these ones should be working. Just note, ones like this HUNTINRAID and Golden 2 GT, these are the kind of ones that do expire. So I'm going to go through these in the order that I would actually use them if I was you. Starting an account based on the idea that these ones might go away earlier than the other ones. Now, obviously, your first code that you're going to use is your champ code. You can only use one of these. Desert Queen's probably the most common one at the moment. DEMONSLAYER. Tholin's good. You get Tholin Failbeard, but you know, he's available in download links. That's the other thing. If you are using, if you're starting a new account, make sure you are using a download link. I'll have 2 down in the description below. One, which is the one I'm playing through on this one, which gets you Narma, Tagoar, Venomage, and Uugo. And then the other one is basically the same link, but instead of Narma, you get Tholin Failbeard, who's basically a big dwarf with some big AoE damage, if you're into that sort of thing more. So those are the 2 codes I'll have down there in the description. It's kind of crazy playing Raid without one of those download links because the champs you get are absolutely crazy. So that is that one. Let's pop this back up on the screen now. So MONKEYKING for Wukong is another one. Get Alice for Alice. And UDKING for Ultimate Death Knight is another one. Once again, I think for most people, Desert Queen is the go to get yourself to Hunter here. She's absolutely amazing support. Avoid Legendary. Hard to pass up. Avoid Legendary. Now, after that, so your first day, as soon as you get into your account, that is when you're going to be using your champion code. And then you've got a 24-hour cooldown after every time you use a code. The next one I would be using in December is HUNTINRAID. This one gives you a 5-star chicken. Absolutely amazing. Now, just note, these ones never hang around for long. So if you're watching this like mid-December, even like maybe around the 10th of December, this could be gone because whenever they do these 5-star chicken codes, they never seem to last for very long. So just keep that in mind. If I do see that it's gone, I will edit, and because I'll have all these codes in the pinned comment and the description, I will remove it if it's no longer available, but it never hurts in trying it. If it doesn't work, then you can try something else. Next one is Golden 2 GT. Now, this one is one of those ones that feels like it would go away, so that's why I put it next on my list. Just note it's buggy. When I used it, it gave me like when I entered the code, it went into like, it said loading. And then I tried it like 5 more times and it always just said loading and then went away. So then I just closed the game. I went and did something for about half an hour, came back, and then the code, the goodies were in the mail, and my code was on cooldown. So this one is a little bit buggy, but it does still work currently. The next one is PP500. PP500 is actually amazing because if we go over to the Plarium points here, that's how you're going to go ahead and get yourself the free copy of Morag down here, which works really damn well. So you can actually get her on day 2 if you use that second if you really want Morag. But Morag is a fantastic champion. She will be one of the first champions I build for my Demon Lord team on this account. She is fantastic. So PP500 gets you 500 Plarium points, which helps you get Morag. Very good code indeed. Also comes like 200 energy, I think it is. The next one we have is Welcomegift. Now, this one is also very buggy. Sometimes it'll just say it won't work. If it doesn't work for you, just come back the next day and try it the next day and keep coming back. What it gets you is, if I can find the man. Wait, do I have him? Here, Bellower. So let's just put him to collection so you guys can see him on screen. I know I've got the text on screen as well, but this is Bellower. Bellower is an absolutely amazing support. Let me hide this for a sec. Dude has AoEs on every skill. He also brings block active skills, AoE, small version decrease speed, small version decrease attack, and decrease defense. Really nice. If you get him with a big soul, you can have a big chance to increase these. He also has speed in faction crypts. Just a great candidate for a stun set to just control waves of enemies for free to play. He can also be a farmer for some people if you're looking for a fast farmer. But yes, this guy is really nice to pick up for free because you can get him for free. And once again, he comes from that Welcomegift code, which is buggy. Sometimes it'll tell you it doesn't work. I find that normally you have to use it at least after day 3 on your account to get it, but it does work, does get you a Bellower. The next one's Gameleap. This just gives you a few little goodies and stuff like that. So this one's not a big one, but it is another little one that's been around for a very long time. So you can use that one fairly late in your roster. And then the next one is 1 week gift. Now this one gives you a full set of 6-star Slayer gear, 1 for each slot. well, 6 pieces, the 6 gear pieces. It doesn't give you any accessories, but this one is also very buggy. Like some accounts, I get this to work on day 7. Some accounts, it doesn't work till day 12. I don't know what the actual activation for this is per account, but just once again, once you've done all these other codes and there's no other codes, just try this every once in a while, every day, and see if it'll come in. Because once again, getting a full set of 6-star gear is quite nice, and that is the last one. But once again, it is very buggy. So that is rotation. Once again, that's in the order that I would use them if I was starting my account, which I kind of just did. Do your champ code, because you got to use your champ code in your, I think it's before like level 15 or something like that, and in your first 24 hours of play. So you have to use this one first. Then you use HUNTINRAID because it's got the 5-star chicken. We don't know when that's going away. Golden 2 GT because it's not as crazy as HUNTINRAID, but it's one of those ones that feels like eventually it could go away. Then PP 500 is pretty reliable to be around for ages, but just go ahead and get those extra points. Really nice. Welcomegift whenever you can to go ahead and get that free Bellower. Most new accounts won't be using him straight away, but still nice. Gameleap because there's a few rewards. It's nothing crazy. And then 1 week gift because I'm pretty sure you have to use this after a week's play, but exactly what day, like I said, it's a bit buggy. Anyway, that is all the codes that I know of. I'll leave them in the pinned comment and the description if you want to copy paste them when you're going ahead and using them. But now let's go ahead and go through a day 5 update. We're actually about 5 and we're 5 days and what are we? 5 days and 7 hours since I created the account is how far we're in. We're on day 6 of logging, got the extra 500 energy, which is really damn nice. Now, quick little update. We did get some upgrades to our gear. Now, Tagoar hasn't changed. You can see Venomage has gotten a bit faster. We're at plus 92. We did craft some more perception pieces. We got a 5-star set of boots, which was really nice. And we got some defense gloves with some accuracy. Unfortunately, they rolled both into flat HP, but hey, it's not too bad. We also crafted this one, which gave me 14 speed. Even though it's only a 4-star, it was better. And then, yes, I've got this one with the +1 on it. Purely did that because before I got this one, I needed to do this to keep my Venomage 1 speed above my Narma, because my Narma also got upgrades. Now, Venomage is a little bit faster than that, but yeah, desperate times, desperate measure, boys. It is what it is. So Narma also, I upgraded this to 16. I mean, it was a 6-star HP % with 2 rolls into accuracy. I was pretty happy with that. And we did roll the speed, and then we got defense and resistance. Honestly, it's a pretty decent beginner piece for a 6-star. So we rolled that one up, and then we put this one over here on, which had 11 speed. Now, when I tell you guys, this has been my worst account that I've ever had for gear in terms of rolling speed. Not only by this stage on an account, like, believe it or not, day 5, with like the luck I've had on the last like 5 accounts I've played, I've normally been around like at least 200 speed on 2 to 3 characters minimum. This account, like, let me show you guys. I just want to show you guys this. We'll go equipped. We'll go in all of these slots because we don't want boots, and we go substat speed select, and then we can even hide set filters. And we can go for speed. Oh yeah, we're gonna go for rank and rarity. We'll go 5 and 6 stars just to show you guys. So my highest speed roll is this one. Oh no, wait, we didn't go priority. Priority stat is speed high. All right, let's go. So this one, 11 speed is my best roll on any piece so far. These gloves got 11, but their attack %, so I was like, dude, unless they got like double rolls on 2, I wasn't gonna bother. Then we got 10 speed. You can see our best is basically 1 roll, 1 additional roll. Like there is not much going on here in terms of speed for our account. Look at this, double into res, dude. Anyway, my point is to say, even when you get shafted, you can still make some progress in the game, because I have never had such bad gear in my in any of my accounts progression. But we're still making way. Tagoar still incredibly scuffed, so it's pretty much only these 3 that are semi-built. Now, I did also get myself ready, because if we go to my accounts, I started it the day after the chase started. So tomorrow we will be getting the Xenomorph. That's why I decided to hold out on all my food. You can see I've got 4 5-star foods built up, and then I've also got a chicken. So I'm ready to go on Xenomorph, and then I've just been farming up some extra food, getting ready for my next 6-star after that, which will be the Narma, and then I will be using the Feast on Morag. That's why I'm not, like, I would be leveling up Morag and using her right now, but because I want to be a little bit more efficient, we do have this pass, which is getting close to the end. You know, we're not too far away. Once I get that Feast, it'll go straight into Morag, boost it straight up to 6-star 60, and away we go. Then the only one I have to do after that will be my Venomage for my clan boss team. So that is what we are looking at over there. Once again, looking forward to the Xenomorph. Should be pretty fun. Now, people are asking me about my masteries in a previous video. I have not done masteries. Like, I've done the masteries that I needed to for the Arbiter missions, but that's it. I haven't gone anything past that. Tagoar, I just did it because I needed him to reliably do stage 15, so he just got some, even though he's not going to be in my clan boss team. But that's where we're at. I will buy my masteries on my Xenomorph just to make it a bit quicker and easier, is what I'm going to do. We've got ourselves 2100 gems, so it's pretty easy to go ahead and do that. Now, I wanted to show you guys something for shits and gigs because I really wanted to do a brutal key, but unfortunately, it turned into Force again, and Force is the one element I am not attacking Brutal on. But Nightmare was on Spirit, so I was like, you know what, for shits and gigs, let's just put one key into Spirit. We did our hard 2 keys here to get ourselves the 16 million, so we got ourselves a max chest there. You know, shits and gigs, let's have a look. So this is us there. We managed to do on full auto on Nightmare. Yes, it was Spirit, which is good for us, but keep in mind, our Tagoar and Uugo are pretty much, you could almost call them not geared. And this was before I put the gear upgrades in. And we still managed to get 7.68 million on Nightmare, which is honestly just stupid. Yeah, it's crazy how much damage this Narma is bloody doing. So yeah, that's where we're at. So you can imagine once we get our War Masters on everyone, you know, everyone tanky. We only survived into the 15th turn as well with this. Because that, you know, stage, I think it's turn 14 was when the boss really ramps up to the damage, and then it's again at like 20 or 21. I can't remember. But yeah, like, dude, this team, once we get properly built, is going to deal masses of damage. Once again, I will be replacing Uugo, with Xenomorph, and I will be replacing Tagoar with the Morag, so even more damage rolling in. So I am just waiting to see what we do once we get that feast. Tomorrow, Xenomorph in, maybe 2 days after that, we get the feast to put Morag in. We should have our 6-star Narma. Should be pretty good. Anyway, that was my little highlight for the day over there. As for Arbiter missions, I just stopped here because I'm just going to buy my old mate's masteries, and so that'll make everything easier for mastery farming, and then I can drop my Tagoar out of my stage 15 farming team so that I'm only working on the actual characters that need their masteries. So that is what I'm going to do over there. And obviously I needed to get 2 rank 6s, so I just paused it. I will get 1 day to push through as much of this as possible. I won't get through all of it because the arena missions will hold me up, like killing X amount of enemies in arena and stuff like that. But eventually in the next 3 to 4 days, hopefully I can get this done. Actually, no, because we will have to wait for the unlocks on the elements. So it'll probably take me another week to go through and get these 2 legendary skill tomes. Those are the big things that I actually want to get anyway. So that's what we're looking at eventually getting there. As for skill books, it's actually crazy how many epics you get. So if we go here, you can see we've maxed out our Venomage, and then we're going to do Morag next, and we've already got 7 of the 9 we need to do Morag, which is fantastic. The other thing is, in a couple days, hopefully we get a good influx of gear because we've got the Tag Arena tournament going on at the moment, which we are currently rank 1. Hopefully I can finish rank 1 in this one, get some 6-star legendary pieces, hopefully get some bloody speed substats that roll. That would be the dream over there. We've also got the Champion Chase tournament, which we are currently sitting 2nd, which I would rather honestly finish 2nd in this one, just so I can get the extra epic skill book. And then we also have the Classic Arena tournament, which hopefully I can keep top position on that and get myself 6 more. These are only 5-star pieces of gear, I believe. No, those are 6-star as well. Wow. Unless my eyes deceive me. Dude, I don't know. So I can never tell with these things. I think they're 6 stars. Anyway, whatever they are, we'll take any Relentless gear we can get, because the Relentless gear, which gives you a chance at an extra turn on Narma, that is going to be insane. Narma, obviously, because I don't have the cooldowns reduced, she's on 5-turn cooldowns on these 2 skills. Getting an extra turn to get those reduced is huge, but just getting an extra turn for a chance to extend the duration of the debuffs, those poisons, so that they explode harder, is going to be really damn nice. So she's one that I really want to get on Relentless. Hopefully a fast Relentless build whilst keeping some accuracy would be absolutely amazing. So that is what I am hoping for out of that. Besides that, Arena, we did get ourselves into gold now. So we have hit into gold Arena. You know, just taking those free wins wherever we can. Refreshing. I'm not doing my 15-minute timer. I'm not doing my crazy thing. Yeah, I just slapped a dude in there that has a speed lead. need as much speed as we can get, essentially. So we're rolling the speed lead once again. We just do that, we do that, we do that. It doesn't really matter anymore, our arena team, because once you get into gold, all you're doing is fighting these weak enemies. It's very rare that you'll run up against a team that you'll actually fight, because everyone's like, you know, 100 200k in gold 1. Once you get higher, it's even crazier. And if we look at my team, let me just actually change the team to a proper the team I'm actually using, which is like, this would be my most powerful team, and you can see we're at 55k. Like we ain't beaten any teams in here. So like I said, the struggles through arena is only really a thing until you get through silver, and then it's just everyone, doesn't matter how good your team is for a new player, you're pretty much just attacking these things, and it doesn't really matter past that. So that's where we are over there, trying to keep my tag arena attacks going, taking all these free, 2 free wins, nice. And ideally with these ones, 3 free wins in this refresh, amazing. With these ones, ideally I try and spread out my teams to win all 3 battles if I can. If there's one strong enemy, then obviously I just sacrifice that battle, but you get more points for the bazaar. If you're winning, you can see I want to get to my 1,000 points as fast as possible to get the extra energy, but also for the tournaments and stuff like that, getting 3 wins is better than getting 2 wins. So that is what we are looking at. However, because I do not want to go up a rank, I will tank some losses towards the end of this 20 hours so that I don't go up a tier, because I want to stay in bronze 1 so that as the weeks roll on, like especially next week, the week after, so on and so forth, I can just stay here and get more free wins, because I'd rather just be farming free wins in here than having to actually try when I'm really not set up for arena. So that is pretty much what we're doing. Oh yeah, we also just hit level 40, so we unlocked Doom Tower. So I've just got to do the last 5 attacks for today, and that's where we're at. So Doom Tower, really nice to unlock. Should be really nice once we get Xenomorph to go ahead and really push this Doom Tower, because then we can do the whole poison explode thing. Actually, I was pushing earlier and we failed this one because my what's his face, my Venomage was too slow. I also haven't set up my presets for this, but ideally what we want to be doing there is, yep, that followed by this one here. Oh, no, shit, wrong skill. My bad. Can't even manual that stuff. Yeah, so the general strat is have Venomage faster, do that so we get 3 debuffs on so that this spreads to everyone. Get as many dots as possible, then slap in another one and spread as many dots as possible, block the buffs on them, and then I just put the shield straight up because these guys are going to hit like trucks. Yeah, they hit with that AoE damage. It doesn't matter that she dies because she's got no gear on her at the moment, so it's not too bad. We just want to try and ideally keep our Tagoar alive. This dude's going to be annoying. These two, the Trunders are annoying, but let's just go ahead and get some damage into him. We can heal up here, and then we can go ahead and explode the poisons. But we might actually just try and activate them with this. Nah, not enough, so let's just go ahead and blow them up. I was hoping one of them would survive so we could rinse through some cooldowns, but unfortunately not. So now we've got to do the slow play here, and now we've got to deal with the Trunder again. But yeah, this is kind of where we're at. But once we get the Xenomorph, it'll be a lot better for dealing with the waves and stuff like that. But that's the general gist of what we've been doing. Now we get back to this on cycle. And you guys get the gist. Poison's pretty nice, but once again, because we're so undergeared on everyone, even Tahanrak's like really undergeared, especially as a support, because I'm using her as my farmer. She's got, you know, the chunky defense, the chunky crit rate. But yeah, she's really lacking in speed as a support. So ideally, we do get her some more speed. And, you know, she's kind of going to be really average until we luck out and hit some of those legendary skill books into her skill 3, because unfortunately, like I showed in the last video, we rolled 2 into skill 1 and 1 into skill 2. Just need to max out that skill 3, and that's all she needs on this account. Really not overly stressed about the block buffs and the attack decrease. Whilst being nice, we got Venomage for that, who's already booked up, so you know, it's not too much stress. But anyway guys, that is the account update. If there's anything else you guys want to see, please let me know. I've been doing my best to read the comments and sort of cater my videos around, or mention anything that I see in the comments in my videos. But as always guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.